Hello, Assassin Army, and welcome back to another video on my channel, which I have not been making any content in a very long time, but I trust you, a lot of content will be coming soon. I just need to get my setup set up. But I was just doing some research. Recently, I got back into playing Dying Light 1, which is possibly the, if not the greatest zombie game of all time by my standards. But I was like, this Harran place, I wonder where it is. And I was looking at some research, and of course, the developer said that it was inspired by like Turkish design and other things. But I was like, is that like a proven thing? So I had an idea. What if I researched and looked at everything and saw what country Harran is most likely in? And yes, before we start, I know that Harran is an actual town in Turkey, but it does not resemble the Harran from Dying Light 1. So, I did a bunch of research, and I have everything prepared, and I want to state my thesis and show you which country is most likely to have Dying Light in it. So, without further ado, let's begin. So, the first thing that can narrow it down pretty much is in the following DLC, which has in Dying Light 1, which has cars and things. One of the scenes at the very end, if you choose the option to become a sentient volatile, is it's a children's playground, and there's a woman there. What I'm going to say narrows it down a lot. From evidence, we can tell that whatever country this is in, it is not required by law to wear hijabs, which is a headwear in Middle Eastern countries, most prominently. So, I did the research, and I have a list of countries that do not require by law for people to wear hijabs. Number one would be Turkey, which it's more of a cultural thing, the hijab, but the hijab is not mandatory. Second place is Lebanon, which is a very religiously diverse country. It's not required. And then Jordan. And then in fourth place would be Syria, pre-Civil War. So right now we have about 4 candidates. So, the next important thing is in Dying Light 1, we see very diverse selection of characters. We see Americans, we see British, English. We see people from, it's a very diverse game, people from all around the world. So, in preparation of the games, a lot of people from other countries came there to see the kickboxing tournament, which will come up later. Which opens the question, what countries out of the 4 are very open to tourism? In first place would, again, be Turkey. It's very open to tourism, and most nationalities can get an e-visa or visa-free entry. In second place would be Lebanon, which is fairly easy to get into for many Western countries. And third place would be Jordan, which is extremely tourist friendly. It does have some restrictions on visas, but not as bad. Not bad, just heavier restrictions. Which means we have gotten rid of one of our 4, which would be Syria. Syria is out of the picture. So, what would be very interesting is something required. It's the kickboxing. Now Jade, which aka the Scorpion, who is one of the top people in the tower in the slums, was a champion kickboxer, and all of the foreigners, Westerners, people visiting were mainly there for the major kickboxing tournament in Harran, which, after all of this, it leads to Turkey and Jordan, which are the main two countries that have kickboxing in them. Lebanon is not does not have much. Now we're gonna look at the final thing, slums, which is where Dying Light is actually set in. Urban slums, particularly. Now it comes down to Turkey and Jordan. Now Turkey is in first place for slums. They have far more urban slums, and Jordan is in second place, with far less slums, which comes to my personal final answer. I'm pretty sure is that is far more likely is Turkey, since Turkey has a strong kickboxing scene, urban slums, no hijab mandate, tourist-friendly status, and architecture that visually resembles Harran. If Dying Light's fictional Harran were inspired by Turkey, especially cities like Istanbul, sorry if I butchered that, don't think so, but just a warning, I'm not good with names. It would be the best candidate for the country that Harran is set in. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it's most likely Turkey. Yeah, that's all I had. I just, I spent like maybe an hour or two researching this, and I just wanted to share. So yeah, that's all I got. So thank you for listening, and goodbye.